he expects.
Here we go. 120.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route.
Here we go. 180. Right there, 56. Watch QB draw.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Let's go. 8, read. They're running it. Ready.
On first down, Locke looking downfield for Kelsey. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Garoppolo now. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete.
Obviously, this has now been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Gurley. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. 18 Gator. Fight. Jim. Fight.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The 2nd down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. To throw it is Locke. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They try right side here, Gurley. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. Watch the curl, watch the curl. Hey, zoom. 57 to Mike.
Locke going to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Gurley with a carry on first down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get that quarterback at all costs. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. 57, Mike, 57. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. 57.
Now this time, Locke will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, orbit. We got 4. 24 is the mic. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 24 is the mic. Time to go. Night. 24 is the mic. Ready.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
13.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
55. I got this. Switch. 55.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight end go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Move. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. 24 is the mic. Squeeze, double. 24.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Lock now. 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
Let's go, D. Let's go. 24 is the mic. Pick me up. 24 is the mic. I'm here all day. 24 is the mic.
Hey, high 7, 5.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's going to go up top for the... And it'll be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On play interception. It's Garoppolo out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Lynch in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Lock. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Here we go. What do you need?
I don't think you got it.
Hey, alert.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached. Being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Now Johnson. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
21. Here we go. I got this.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Prater's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24. 24-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Go!
A first throw now for the backup Roethlisberger. Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
All right, now. White 80.
Single slot.
Show that bench release and go.
Tight right.
Hey, echo.
Here we go.
Blackerson.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
56, right there, 56. Hey, let's get this.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. What 80?
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Niners' 40-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
13.
This is Mostert. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Garoppolo going to go on fourth down. And that is incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargreaves, the one who was there defensively. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they hit the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, Alpha.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. To return is McKenzie. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Garoppolo. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They go to Johnson again. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Like 80.
Watch the slant. Check. Tight right. Tight right. Tight right. Solo out there. Check that out there.
77.
24 is the mark.
What is that?
20.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Bring it. Bring it.
Hey, wahoo!
You can't block me.
50.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Ready? 180.
Here we go. Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
22, 44. Bravo.
24 is the mark.
Here's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
The defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Texans, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest.